Okay, live. Got live. I try to get some of y'all some time to get up here. Um, at first I won't want to go live probably a couple of more days because I wasn't prepared. So much shit going on, and I wasn't prepared. So they got me in this ghetto right here on YouTube until I found some safe, permanent relocation, basically. Let me go. Um, try to share this on my Facebook post. So I gotta do, extra shit now. Cause they got me on this goddamn um let me see. I gotta share, do extra shit because I'm not going through Facebook no more because they murdered me on Facebook. So I gotta do extra shit. Cause they are cracking down because we might be in the final stretch. They might be digging into the trenches. Cause we in the final battle. So let me share this in a couple of groups. I'm not gonna do it all because it's gonna take too damn long. Until they handicap me again from sharing in groups like they've been always doing. They so threatened by me. That's why they got me in this ghetto now. And a lot of my friends on my Facebook are just not even coming over here to my damn. They're taking too damn long to come over here and subscribe. So it's taking forever. So I gotta do extra shit. They taking forever to come over here. I don't know how many times I posted my channel on my wall saying bring your asses over here. Because I'm not doing no live on that Facebook no more. It's compromised and not, I mean, even if I set up a new account, it's just going to delete it again because it's not people doing this. It's this fucking AI archons I keep telling people about. People ain't listening. They want to. Some people keep thinking I'm making this shit up. This is real, and it's definitely a problem on YouTube. But for some reason, they ain't stopped me yet. So either they being stupid or they underestimating me. I'm surprised they still letting me even go live on YouTube. So I'm just trying to get into some couple of groups. Can't even get into every damn group. Just want to share in a couple of groups. So I'm just trying to share in some groups with a lot of people in it. And some other groups that, you know, I usually share in. Some important groups that need to hear this information. So let me get done with this right quick. Let me edit to a new group. I'm going to share the rest of these groups later because there's too many now. There's too many. I may have to get some other people, tell some other friends and share my groups and say, hey, I'm gonna need y'all help. Then I can get these damn things shared faster. Well, let me get started. Like I said, I'm still. It's a theory of mine because it seemed to be obvious that this might be the case. But I think we're engaged in some kind of temporal war going on here. I think there's a temporal war going on. The Q posts keep seeing to know the future like months ahead. I don't think this is just some plan that's been written on paper, and it's not making sense. Something else is going on. I mean, how the fuck can they be this accurate? And the Q group keeps saying how many coincidences for this is mathematically impossible. Well, it's been already too many goddamn coincidences for this to be mathematically impossible. And one thing about probability theory, if I can remember the formula right, I think it's out the the number of ways that a event can happen. Yeah, I think it's the number of ways the event can happen. That's in the denominator, so it's like a fraction. So in the denominator is the number of ways the event can happen, out of the ways that the event occurred in the numerator. Well, if you put the number of ways that the event can happen in the numerator and you send it up to infinity, well, the event not gonna fucking happen if it goes to infinity. So the more ways that the event can occur, the less likely it's gonna happen. If it ain't been happening already for a lot of times. So that's what Q keeps saying, that how many coincidences before this is mathematically impossible? Whereas already the probability of this thing, all this stuff happening, is what they call astronomical, which means it might be 10 to the negative 40, 10 to the negative 30th percentage of value, exponential, 10 to the negative 40 probability of it happening. That means it's astronomical. That means it's mathematically impossible. Because if you run the event and try to, measure it with time, let's say the event occurred like every day or every week, that's when the physicists always say, well, it's greater than the age of the universe. Well, that means it's mathematically impossible when they do that. So that's what y'all got to understand. The 5 people up here watching. When I was on Facebook, I had 50 people, 60 people sometimes watching, but damn, put me in this ghetto. But like I said, this is a temporal war going on here, which makes sense. Now, like I said, I wasn't ready to go live because I ain't looked at all the research. But shit is just happening so fast with the desperation growing with the cabal, the desperation growing with the archons. They all fucking panic. It's panic in 4th density, or you can say the lower astral realm. It's panic in DC. It's panic in the cabal, panic in the deep state. They all fucking panicking. So they all, I mean, there's so much shit happening right now that's so fast. Look what the Democrats trying to do. They trying to actually steal the fucking election that's already been decided. And, we magically come up with some fucking ballots in a truck. Bullshit. That's bullshit. Who the fuck is believing this? And the mainstream media, of course, is the enemy. That's when Trump got rid of Jim Acosta. He's a fucking enemy. Probably a CIA agent, Most likely a CIA agent. If you know about Mockingbird. What do they call it? Project Mockingbird or whatever the fuck it's called. So that's what I'm talking about. If you know about, what is it? Project Mockingbird or whatever the fuck it's called. They most likely a fucking CIA agent. So Jim Acosta, they want us to feel sorry for him. Who gives a fuck about him? Fuck all the media. They all can care their ass. Get them all out of there. None of them are telling the truth to us, and they lying to us every fucking goddamn day. Wipe them all out, all of them, and put people like Jordan Sather in there. He considers himself as a reporter, media. I don't consider myself that. I'm a warrior. We in a war here. I'm not reporting the news. I'm fighting. I'm on this live right now. We in a battle, and you participating in this battle, like I told y'all on my Facebook. But there's so much shit going on now, so I can't even plan. Events are moving so fast. I can't even plan and set something up. I was thinking about doing a video upload to Facebook, which I'm still going to do that. I know people been saying, well, what you do a video upload? But that takes some time and to do that. And I'm not in my own place. I'm in this fucking closet. Somebody come in here, interrupt my video, and they be on the fucking video and mess the whole thing up. So usually I gotta have certain setting for to make that happen. Like nobody here, everybody sleep. I probably do one late at night or something. So that takes some time. I gotta think about a topic to talk about. And I ain't done that in a while anyway because I've been doing my lives. And that's why I like doing my lives so I can talk, ask people questions. That's the one thing that the Archons did not like what I was doing is having a dialogue with people. For I can, answer people questions and talk to people. And have dialogue. They don't want, that's the critical thing they don't want. They do not want dialogue. They want you sit here not having questions and not having the ability to be answered. But you can sit there and be lost. And you come up here hearing what I'm talking about and you're lost because your questions ain't been answered and you're frustrated. And then you're not gonna be interested in what I'm talking about because I'm not saying here you can't ask me no questions. That's what the whole video upload idea. That's why I've been doing a lot of those because I like the dialogue. And also I learned stuff from talking to y'all when I had dialogue. And the Archon specifically wanted to, shut that down. That's when the first thing when they started attacking me, they banned me from going into sharing in Facebook groups. That was the first thing they did. They banned me from sharing in Facebook groups specifically. That's what they always banned me. They never actually blocked me from doing live on Facebook. They never done that before. They never actually blocked. Like it always say, I'm going to show you live. I'm going to show you. What the fuck you keep saying when I try to go live on Facebook? This is just going to be evidence to show you what these fuckers, how desperate they are. How much in a panic mode the Archons are even in. I'm just going to put some tighter, I'm going to show you live what I got to keep going through when I try to go live. Now, if this shit work, then I'll get off of here and go live on Facebook. But it ain't been working. So I'm going to show you something. See, look. This is what I'm about to go do. I'm going to try to put this up here. I'm about to go live. See that live thing right there? I'm about to hit that. Where it say go live. I'm about to hit that. Getting set up. See, I got 107 of my friends online. See, they don't know the fuck I'm live. They ain't see my post I just put up there say, look, go to my fucking Facebook channel. They probably ain't even subscribed to my fucking Facebook channel yet. Like I told them. I told them so many times. And Facebook probably messing up notifications for they not even getting it. When I put my post up there, they don't see it on their snooze feed. Go to my wall. Go to my YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube if you want to see it. Some of them don't got YouTube. So they can't see it. But watch what happens. The way it says. Can't start live video. Please check your internet connection and try again. Same bullshit. Look, try again. Same bullshit. Can't start live video. Please check your internet connection and try again. Same bullshit. Look. Same thing. See, they threatened by me. So they want to put me in this fucking ghetto. For I can be limited and can't reach a lot of people. So that's what I got to go through now. Until I find some permanent thing. But even if I find another thing, I still got to port all my friends to that new thing. I got to find some new thing to do it permanently. But probably don't need to find it. We might be in the final stretch and it ain't gonna matter no more because they gonna be wiped out. So, this is the final battle it looks like. So that's why I said this is a they're in a panic mode. They are literally trying to steal the election in several states. I thought they were gonna try it in one state. Well, Broward County, you got that police Israel motherfucker there in the Sandy Hook thing. He's connected to that shooting. So that motherfucker is connected to them. So of course this is expected they're gonna try some shit like that. He's the law of the land, basically, in Broward County. He's connected to Hillary. Duh. Of course they're gonna try that. No, these motherfuckers ain't gotten bold. They trying to steal in Arizona. I think it was in California somewhere. They trying to steal all over the place. They trying to take those Senate seats. Since I think since Q told us that the Senate was the important part, the cabal is trying to do a counteroffensive and try to steal the fucking Senate back. Oh my god, they try to steal the Senate back. They so fucking pathetic and desperate and stupid. Since Q said the Senate was the target, let them have the fucking House. That was the target. They tried to steal the Senate back. Oh, Paula Snowden says in Georgia too. Ohio too. See, look, they are desperate. They never tried no shit like this. They tried to steal all those fucking states, to steal those Senate seats back, you know, because this is about perception. Because the Republicans got the Senate, the Democrats, well, they ain't got the power to do shit, you know. So the perception that they're trying to steal it back and say, oh yeah, we do got the power to do this. You know, we ain't irrelevant. You know, they'll be irrelevant if they don't got the Senate. So here they go. They desperate as hell. So that's why I said you can't trust. And you look at MSNBC, they are just backing this bullshit. They make us believe that they just got these uncounted ballots. They just found in a fucking truck. Come on, this is bullshit. Who's falling for this? Who the fuck believe this nonsense? Desperate motherfuckers believe this nonsense. The dumbass NPCs among the liberals and the Democratic Party, you know, those dumb motherfuckers. Those people have been paid and stuff by George Soros. Come on, man. Who the fuck is believing this horse shit? You mean to tell me they found tens of thousands of ballots in a truck? What? And we supposed to believe this bullshit that these are uncounted ballots? What the fuck was these doing election night? Don't it be some kind of law or something? You can't do this. You just can't find uncounted ballots. If they, you know, should they already been there? And like, I don't know the whole details about this, but I think the ballots ain't been put through the mail. Ain't no evidence they been put through the mail or something. This is so complicated strategy and try to play on people. And a lot of people are going to fall for it because the media is lying through their fucking teeth. That's why the fuck are you feeling sorry for Jim Acosta? If you feeling sorry for Jim Acosta, you fucking stupid. You a dumb motherfucker. You've been played. I mean, you've been brainwashed and mind controlled by the agenda. If you believe in Jim Acosta, he's the enemy. When Trump says he's the enemy of the people, he is the enemy of people. All the fucking mainstream media is the enemy of the people. They've been lying through their fucking teeth. They working directly for the cabal. Who gives a fuck if he take all their fucking press credentials away? Fuck them all. I don't give a fuck about them. I've been knowing they've been the enemy for years. Fuck them. I don't give a fuck about the media or CNN. Who the fuck cares about CNN but the motherfucking dumbass NPC liberals who sit there believe the horse shit they put on every fucking night? So who gives a fuck about Jim Acosta losing his press credentials? Who gives a fuck? I damn sure don't give a fuck. I don't care. Shit, fuck them. Let them go. Bye. They the enemy. They are the enemy of the people. That's the facts. So you got MSNBC, like I saw one post. I mean, they desperate. Let me see, can I find this shit? I can't believe this shit. I'm like, you really serious? They really gonna try this? Look at this shit. This bullshit right here, MSNBC. Oh, they definitely the enemy. You know, they straight enemy. They was, you know, connected in the WikiLeaks emails working with Hillary Clinton campaign. You know, that's what the WikiLeaks showed. A lot of the people who work in MSNBC are connected, are friends and allies of Hillary. So that means they friends and allies of the cabal. So say Laura Grow-Wargo, Stacey Adams' campaign manager, says her campaign has found at least 30,823 ballots that have not been counted in Georgia governor race. And then it says too close to call. 50% rule on MSNBC. The difference is 63,130. So what their strategy is, they're gonna find all these absentee ballots that they had in a truck or something that was uncounted, or somebody made a boo-boo. So, you know, like even Trump said today on his Twitter, or I should say the Alliance told us on the Twitter, because I don't think Trump is typing those tweets. You know, whatever they said. Okay, why they never find the Republican votes? Why is always they find these absentee ballots and they always, you know, they got a big gap in the race, and then they count all the absentee ballots, then it start closing. It start getting too close to call. Bullshit. They trying to steal the fucking election because they lost the Senate, and they try to steal it back with this bullshit that they're trying to, and with the media backing them. The people like Jim McCarthy who work with CNN, they backing this bullshit. So they in panic mode, trying to get people to believe this horse shit. So get the fuck out of here with this nonsense. And this is what I'm talking about. Why is you hearing this bullshit? Talking about too close to call. It wasn't too close to call when he beat her ass last night. You know? And this is another thing about black women. Especially black feminist women. They've been used as pawns by the cabal. Because Hillary is a feminist. Like I was watching Shaka Shakira broadcast tonight. I mean, I just got watching him, and I just went on did my own. Well, I can't do it on Facebook like he can. I don't know how long he gonna get to go before they shut him down. But because he got 300 people be watching him live, I ain't never got those numbers. They wouldn't let me get to those fucking numbers because I would destroy them by myself. If they let me get the 300 live people viewing me, I'm with my shit in with 16, 20,000 views, I would destroy them myself. They ain't gonna never let me get that fucking high. They be dumb as hell to let me get that high. Somebody, you know, dropped the ball. And they let me get that damn high with that many views. Live viewers. He getting up to 300 live viewers now. So he's very popular. He's a threat. So I wonder how long he gonna get to go before the archons fuck with him. But he don't be talking about the stuff I be talking about. So that's probably why they not messing with him. I'm exposing the archons when I be doing my live, so. Like this bullshit right here, they trying to steal the election. This is so obvious. This is so obvious, and it's so obvious the whole entire mainstream media is backing this bullshit. They really getting people to believe this. So like this woman's black. Okay, we can play the race card. Oh, she's black. There's only racists sit there voting for Trump. So, oh, these are just black people or whatever, or not racists who voting for her. So that's why these ballots are not Republican, because all Republican votes will be racist. So it's not, these are her supporters, because ain't no way that she lost, because if she lost, then, you know, a lot of people in Florida is racist. So they play the race card. So this woman probably be some black feminist. Probably most likely she's a black feminist. Because Hillary's a feminist. Ain't no, like I said, I was watching Shaka Shakira. He trying to say what the feminine, she ain't got no feminine energy. She ain't got a lick of feminine energy in her. That bitch ain't got no lick of feminine energy in her. She's fucking evil. She's not feminine at all. She's a total feminist, you know. And she's a lesbian. And one thing about the lesbians, they always be, a lot of lesbians be into the feminism. That's a fact. You know, most likely a lot of lesbians are into feminism, you know. Unless they court themselves and say, damn, I'm getting into this feminist bullshit. But Hillary ain't got no fucking feminine energy in her. She's not pulling in feminine women. These are feminists. These are not real fucking feminine women who following her. So you got a lot of these black feminists who supporting her because they believe the propaganda. They bought into the horse shit that Trump is a racist and all this. And Hillary's some good woman. And they pick it on her. Don't know how evil this bitch is. Because they ain't learning nothing about her. So all they believe in everything on the mainstream media that is buying this horse shit. Talking after fucking let you go is too close to call down. This is bullshit. Who the fuck is buying this? This is total horse shit. Are you fucking kidding me? And it's in several states. They never tried no shit this bold. So they must be digging in. You know, they looking at the Q poll saying, well, shit. Okay, Trump out the country. They might try to arrest us now. We got to do something. And this is what they're doing. So they commit all types of voter fraud. They just going all in now. They commit all types of voter fraud. They really gonna try to get us to believe this horse shit. That we got all these ballots now. We gonna I can't believe they trying this. But what else? They desperate. So I should not be surprised. They really are trying this shit. They really is going to sit here and try to get people to believe that they found all these tens of thousands of ballots in trucks. How suspicious that not is? Come on. You tell me that's not suspicious? They just find these magical trucks filled with ballots that when they count them, They sit there, close the race down. It's a big gap in the race, and now it's too close to call. This is bullshit. They are really trying to steal the election. They boldly doing it. And the authorities in the area, like in Broward County with the Israel motherfucker who's allied with Hillary, they letting it happen. They breaking the fucking laws. And they oh my goodness. That's why I said Trump out the country. They've been reading the Q post. And you know Q do disinformation necessary. So they's in there panicking like, we got to do something. That's what they did. The shooting, Trump out the country. We got to do something. They can't do those school shootings because this is the weekend now. The kids, they got the whole weekend. They can't do no school shooting because it's not gonna be believed. You can't no kids in school. They can't do nothing. They can't, kill kids. They can't get the actors to say, oh, we killed some kids. They create the emotional effect and create the fear and trauma because ain't no kids in school. So they got Friday, about to be it's midnight now, so they got Saturday and Sunday where they got a gap. They can't do those school shootings. They gotta do some other shootings. So that's why I said they are in a panic mode. But like I said, going back to what I was talking about, the temporal war, all these predictions that Q be talking about months ahead, and they all seem to be accurate. The accuracy is so much that it's beyond coincidence. If you actually could do and I don't even know how to do the probability of this, because how the fuck you go about doing this? But going back to basic probability theory, I say out the number of ways. Fuck, I got Google. I don't got to see him memorize. Let me go to let me look on the Google thing for probability theory, and I'm gonna explain to y'all how nonsensical this is for this to be based off of fucking probability. So let me go to. Hold on. I'm just gonna explain you the math of how ridiculous this is for this to be, probability for this happening. It's so ridiculous. I mean, to say this is happening by coincidence, anybody saying it coincidence, they don't know the fuck they talking about. So let me see, where is it? I'm trying to remember the damn formula, so I gotta go look it up. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's just too much shit to remember already. Oh, they got it in here. I ain't got it in this damn thing. Let me go look on my. I think I got the app on my phone. I got this math booklet app that let me look at math formulas. I just want to show y'all the probability is just ridiculous that they're talking about. Okay, this is the basic. And let's say the probability of an event, the number of ways the event can occur out of the number of possible outcomes. So you got the possible outcomes in the denominator and the number of ways the event occurs in the numerator. See, if you like I say, the number of possible outcomes, well, if the number of possible outcomes go to infinity, then that, the quotient is, basically zero. But you don't never get to infinity. But if you take the limit of, like they say in calculus, you take the limit, well, it was pre-calculus, take the limit of a function as it goes to, as the one of the variables goes, and usually the one they're using, the variable they trying to goes to infinity or whatever, or go to zero. Well, if it go to zero, then it's it called derivative. That's which is a change of the function. Now if it goes to infinity, then it becomes a sum usually. But if you put this, if you take the limit of this as it goes to infinity, this whole quotient goes to zero. It'll start approaching zero. That's what it means. So the number of possible outcomes goes to infinity, which means keep going up. Then this whole thing is say the probability of happening is basically zero. And what it's gonna be, if you divide a big number in the denominator, denominator. I'm saying it wrong or whatever. But if you divide a big number in there, then that quotient gets really small. So if it keep going up, the number of ways, the possible outcomes, like I said, calculating this shit with the Q clock and the Q predictions, I don't even know how to go about calculating that. That probably have a bunch of mathematicians working together to calculate that. And they probably going to tell you, and the Q group already know, how many coincidences for this is mathematically impossible. Well, I'm trying to explain to you what that means. If this goes up to infinity, then they become what they call an infinitesimal, and which means the probability of it happening would be like 10 to the negative 30 or something. Which means if you measure if the event, you measure the frequency of the event, say every day or week, it's gonna turn out to be like the age, more than the age, or several times the age of the universe, which means it's never gonna fucking happen by coincidence. That's what fucking mean. It's never gonna fucking happen by coincidence. And then another thing in probability theory is when you multiply probabilities, events together. Well, when you multiply a number, it's gonna come smaller and smaller and smaller. You multiply like a ratio, then another ratio, another fraction, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So that means events happening at the same time. Several events happen at the same time. It'd be more and more unlikely for the events to happen at the same time if they dependent events or independent events. Cause I be forgetting the dependent events. Well, it could be dependent event. Like I said, I forgot the formulas, but if they are independent events, this is what, if you have several events happening, you see multiply the probability of one and then the probability of another one. And when you multiply a fraction just gonna get smaller and smaller and smaller. Because that's what the probability is of a fraction. So whatever the events are for the Q clock, the predictions of these people that, John McCain, what's her name, Ruth Gator Ginsburg, she's on the Q clock. I mean, she's in an old Q post months ago. How the fuck can they keep getting all these damn things accurate like that? And as I said, when you go through the probability, you actually do the math, do the numbers, you're going to get these astronomical small probabilities of it happening by coincidence, which means by random. It's not happening by random. But like I say, this is not just a plan that's happening. Somebody got the ability to see in the future, or they actually have seen timelines where these events happen. They've seen the probability timelines happening. So, oh hey, Lauren, yeah, I'm in this ghetto right now because they killed me on Facebook Live, so I gotta go to YouTube now. And with this whole the AI infestation is worse here. So, like I said, the probability of this happening by random chance is so small when you do the numbers. Like, I ain't done the number because I don't know how to go about doing those numbers. But if you just guess it, if you just guess some fucking numbers, like I said, you have too many ways that the outcome can happen, then and the number of what is the top one? Because I forget this off the top of my head. The number of ways the event can occur. When you find out the number of ways the event can occur and the number of possible outcomes, if the number of possible outcomes goes to infinity, or the number of ways, then the probability event goes smaller and smaller. But possible outcome, there ain't been no fucking possible outcome. This shit never fucking happened. So that's zero. And it said, but that wouldn't even make sense probability wise, because you can't have an infinite probability. Because you divide by zero, it'll be an infinite probability, which makes no sense. So these stuff like this never happened. This is a never happened thing. So mathematically, it just blows up. You can't even calculate the probability of this. So, but that's if you were trying to go about calculating the probability of it, And then how the fuck you find a number of ways the event can occur? I mean, this is so beyond normal occurrence of things. It's just ridiculous. So like I said, I think this is a temporal war going on because trying to calculate this with probability it really ain't gonna make no sense. Because this is something never happened. What they call unprecedented. It never fucking happened before. That somebody was this accurate. How can you be this fucking accurate several fucking times in a row? It's starting to make. That's what Q keeps saying, telling you this makes no fucking sense for this to happen randomly. This is some sort of plan. But I'm thinking this is not just a plan written on paper. How the fuck can they plan something 6 months in the head? One thing about when you make up plans, they always say it don't survive the battlefield. The plans don't survive the battlefield. But they can get the shit accurate. 6 months ago, what was it? 6 months ago, what you said, yeah, Ruth Gator Ginsburg taken down 6 months ago. How the fuck can 6 months ago they know that this was going to happen? You know, with all the chaos that 6 months, you know, and just like they said with the fucking bring down the house thing, how did they know they were going to come out that way? Now, one of the possibilities, of course, I was saying in during North Korea, maybe they already won the war and we watching a movie. But what about before North Korea? You know, before North Korea, we almost had a nuclear holocaust. That was a real nuclear missile, armed missile that was shot at Hawaii. That was a real missile. They were going to nuke Hawaii. That wasn't a staged event. There wasn't a false flag. They was about to nuke Hawaii. Because if you sit here, let's just say Corey Good, for the people, they're going to say, well, I don't believe Corey Good. Well, Corey Good intel was there wasn't a real nuclear missile that were going to hit Hawaii. And the U.S. Air Force Secret Space Program, well, I'm going to call them starfighters, took it out. And even Alex Carrier was told by the Andromedans that there was a nuclear missile. That was an armed nuclear missile that was going to take out Hawaii. They really tried to nuke Hawaii. That wasn't no joke. It wasn't an error. It wasn't a false flag to blame on North Korea. They was trying to nuke Hawaii. That was going to be a real event. So how did they know months before that they were going to have peace with North Korea? You know? Now, I ain't, like I say, looking at through all the Q posts, like I said, I didn't prepare this live tonight because I wasn't even about to go live for days because I was going to prepare what I was going to come back with. But all these events are just speeding up. It's moving too fast now. All these events are moving too fast. It just ain't no time to prepare for anything. You know, like when I'm sitting here fumbling, when I'm looking at these formulas for probability, I could have had this written up if I just did this on a video, but if I was doing a live, I could have had this written up to go look at it. So I'm saying you're fumbling and stuff. Oh, he don't know what he's doing. He's saying looking at something. He don't really forget it. Because I didn't plan this. I wasn't about to go live. I just got off watching Shaka Shakira, you know, live about 38 minutes ago. I just got finished watching that. So I wasn't prepared to go live. And since I'm on YouTube, I'm not reaching a lot of people because I'm totally limited because a lot of people ain't coming over here subscribing like I thought it was gonna work, but it ain't working fast enough. I still got 700 friends that still ain't came over here and subscribe. And then I got like 200 followers. So I got 1,000 people that almost 900 people now that I ain't came over here and subscribe. So I'm not reaching a lot of people. So I really wasn't about to go live. I'm going to wait a couple of times to give people more time to come subscribe to my channel. And also have time prepared to do a live, you know, if I won't be up here fumbling around. So all this is improvising when I'm looking at the probability thing. So like I said, number of ways an event can occur out of the number of possible outcomes. That's basic probability theory. So what is the possible outcomes? You know, there ain't been no outcomes. This is all new. So all this would be zero. And that basically said the probability of it happening to be infinite, but that makes no sense. That means when you get infinities in math, that means it makes no sense. The math makes no sense in somebody doing something wrong. And then it say number of ways an event can occur. How the fuck you find out how these events occurs? You know, that's one thing when you're trying to calculate the probability of it. But that's what Q keeps saying, that how many coincidences before this is mathematically impossible. Well, to go calculate that, you gotta look at probability theory. But it's just too many coincidences already that if you somehow can calculate the probability, however the hell you do that, that it's probably gonna be astronomical of this happening just by chance, which means random. It's ridiculous. No, it ain't happened by red. We can throw that out the window. This is not coincidence. None of this stuff that's happening is coincidence. This is all planned. But what I think is the plan is that the deeper of it, that this is some kind of temporal war going on. There's a temporal war going on. The reason they got these predictions 6 months ahead because they somehow got some device, and the cabal got time. They got a device that they can look into time that was given to them by the ETs from Sirius B, which became the Montauk Project, where they had time travel. They gave the Sirius B ETs. They gave the cabal or the Air Force, I forgot the details. They gave them this device. I think it was called the yellow box, yellow cube, or some shit like that. But they had some device where they can. It was Project Looking Glass. They can look into the future and see, see the future. Of course, the future is a bunch of probability because our consciousness affects the timeline. Whatever we aware of, we are going to affect what the timeline is going to be. If somebody see a timeline right now in the future, if they come back and tell us, they're going to change the that future because our awareness changes the timeline. So what I think was going on with this temporal war is they fighting to preserve some kind of timeline that we don't know nothing about. And if this is true, that there is a temporal war going on, the reason they disinforming us, not just to disinform the cabal, is to disinform us too, because if we become aware of certain things, this timeline they're trying to preserve, whatever, is not going to come out like they want it to come out. So they're trying to guide us by, telling us certain information and information not telling us, to guide us on some timeline, which is the optimal timeline. And the reason they're not telling us, another reason they're not telling us, is because we not unified. We all fighting each other. A lot of us will be intending timelines that based off of selfishness. That's what Mandela effect was. People was intending timelines based off of selfishness. That's what you hear in a lot of New Age stuff. Oh, do you, focus on you. Self-improvement. Focus on yourself. We're not here to save anybody. All that bullshit. That's not empowering for humanity consciousness. That's a disassociation with humanity's consciousness. So what they're doing is they building timeline. They intending timelines. Their intentions of being focused on the timeline was based off of selfishness. It's not based off the cooperation or coming together or unity consciousness. It's not based off of that. It's based off of disassociation. They're doing for them and benefit them for their own selfish purposes. So telling us, like the Q team, whoever they are, whatever they are, telling us about too much information, they can fuck up this timeline that a lot of us is not going to, even if we was given information, we would not, build this timeline that we don't know nothing about because there's a temporal war going on. It's a fight to preserve some timeline. That if they don't preserve this timeline, we're gonna be on the negative timeline. That's what I think was going on. I think it's some timeline war going on. And this is a new term I just coined. I don't think I've never heard anybody say this. I call this a timeline war. It's been several times. I've been hearing this since the Philadelphia experiment, that they switched the timeline with this Philadelphia experiment. So if that's the case, then they've been battling and having a timeline war for a long time that we ain't known about. So maybe the Mandela effect might be some of that. That we having a timeline war. So if they, like I say, if they tell us too much information, we don't even know what this optimal timeline is supposed to look like. We're not even ready. A lot of us not even ready for our time because we're not unified. So if our conscience affects the timeline, and we're not unified, we're not going to build a time. I mean, we're not going to attach our awareness to a timeline that's based off unity consciousness. If we're not even unified, people want to still do selfish stuff. They're not working together. Look what's happening right now in the ET disclosure movement. We got infighting because we got traitors. We got this new traitor, Teresa Llaneros. She's a new traitor. Well, some of my friends say, well, she already been this way. Well, I didn't know it. She was on my friend list. But she's out there tracking Jordan Sater, tracking the whole idea of the existence of the Navy Secret Space Program, attacking the Spirit Being Alliance, attacking Corey Good. She attacking every fucking thing that the cabal want her to attack. Very suspicious that she attacking all that. Working with people like Joe's of the Carolinas, what the fuck his name is. or from the Carolina, what the fuck he called himself, who been out there attacking Corey Good and attacking Jordan Sather. And I even watched one of his interviews he did with Jason Rice, trying to get Jason Rice to bad mouth Corey Good, and Jason Rice didn't take the bait. Was telling me Jason Rice ain't no bad guy. He's really genuine. I think Jason Rice is genuine because I'm not seeing no evidence that he's a negative person, because he's not out there attacking Corey Good. He's not out there trying to cause division. He talking about he want full disclosure. He working with Tony Rodriguez, who been vetted by Dr. Michael Sala. He did an interview with Tony Rodriguez on Curry Cassidy, but of course the Archons attacked that because she did a video conference call with them. I don't know what software she was using, but she didn't even record the shit. So all she saved is the audio, but she didn't record the video. So she gonna have them back, I think, next week. They're gonna do another longer interview with Curry Cassidy, Jason Rice, and Tony Rodriguez, because they sitting there comparing notes. Because Tony Rodriguez was a slave in the Dark Fleet, and now Jason Rice is starting to understand that his IDARF, I forget what it's called, inner planetary defense reaction force or something like that. But he's saying, well, that's the Dark Fleet. I'm made aware, I guess, talking with Tony Rodriguez, that's the Dark Fleet, and also what Corey Good talking about with the Dark Fleet and the Nazis and all that, how they work with the Dracos. Well, I already figured that out from looking at his first round of testimonies, his episodes on Cosmic Disclosure, that he's actually, if he's the genuine, he's coming from the Dark Fleet. He served in the Dark Fleet. I mean, because that's what makes sense. And the reason Corey Good would react that way, he won't know about the Dark Fleet because Solar Wharton don't know shit about the Dark Fleet. That's why they call it Dark Fleet. They didn't know shit about him, you know. So it would make sense Corey Good would react that way. So, oh, don't trust this guy. We don't, you know, he could be a LARP. And so Solar Wharton won't know about the Dark Fleet or the details. And even defectors from the Dark Fleet won't know all the shit. Because it's all compartmentalized, because he says it's all compartmentalization. Jason Rice said it was all compartmentalization. They did it with a lot of secret space programs. All the secret space programs are compartmentalization. That's how they've been keeping it secret. If everybody knew what was going on, somebody can, if they break free, they can have all the puzzles that have a convincing argument to convince the public that this is real. This is all real. This is really happening. All this is happening. So they put them in compartmentalization, so they have their own isolated islands to where they can't share information. So they can't sit there, if they break free and defect, they can't tell the whole picture. They only got a piece of the puzzle, which can be discredited. So that's what Jason Rice was saying. So he's been talking to Tony Rodriguez, and Tony Rodriguez is just, he was a slave in the Dark Fleet. He already been vetted by Dr. Michael Sala. That should give you a clue. Dr. Michael Sala is working with Corey Good and Dave Wilcock. So that should give you a clue. I mean, Michael Sala might secretly vetting Jason Rice, because Jason Rice say he wants to be vetted. So he's probably already doing that. That's why we probably ain't heard. If you notice that you didn't follow Michael Sala on his Facebook page, you notice he ain't been making a lot of posts with you know about the secret space program, whatever, or what he been doing. He been silent. So he might be betting Jason Rice and some other insiders that might be trying to come forward. So don't be surprised some new insider come forward. But like I said, it's infighting. You got infighting right now going on in the Disclosure movement, which is critical. This is critical because if the Disclosure movement have a civil war and that we destroy each other, there ain't gonna be no Disclosure movement. The cabal can get away with a partial disclosure that we didn't even know we was in until Corey Good came out. This is one day about the people attacking Corey Good. We didn't even know we've been led into a fucking trap. I mean, we didn't know the Ancient Alien series initially before Dave Wilcock and them got over there. And Corey Good showed up there, and Michael Sala started showing up there. We didn't even know that Ancient Aliens was the planned part of the partial disclosure to talk about there's ancient aliens in the solar system. And, you know, ain't no aliens currently in the solar system. Basically saying that Alex Carr and all these people are fake. They making shit up. Simon Parks, all these contactees, even some of the contactees are not well known, like some of the contactees on my friend list, who actually contactees, like Lauren. Lauren Pritchcott, she's a contactee. Oh, your shit is fake. All your stories are fake. You making shit up. That's what they're gonna do. Discredit Lauren. Discredit all these other contactees I got on my friend list and say, oh, y'all all fake. And they gonna say, oh, it's this ancient aliens left ancient technology in the solar system, and That's it. That's what the whole Ancient Alien series was. It was part of the Portugal agenda. We didn't even know that was already going on for decades until Corey Good came out. That's why I defend Corey Good so strongly, because he warned us about that nobody else warned us about. A lot of UFO community was going to believe that any form of fucking disclosure and take it. And just believe it and not try to question, what about all this Draco's eating children? What about this child sex trafficking? What about all this satanic worship and child sacrifice rituals? Why you ain't talking about that? Oh, that's not going on. There's just people, dressing up like Halloween. It's just art. It's just art or something. They were gonna do some bullshit like that. And Corey Good warned us about the Portugal agenda that they were trying to set us in, a trap they were trying to set us in. A lot of people would have failed for it because they're so desperate for disclosure. And they wouldn't have questioned it. Corey Good is the only one that warned us about the fucking Portugal agenda that we didn't even know we was being led into. That's why I defend him so strongly, because he is legit. That's why they're attacking him. This attack you see in the UFO community where they fighting each other. A lot of people in the UFO community never seen this kind of fucking attack that's going to get fighting each other with all this character assassination that's going on. All these attempts at character assassination is going on. A lot of people in the UFO community have not seen this before. Telling you that right there, telling you that the reason they attack Corey Good because he is legit. They're trying to discredit the target is not Corey Good, is to discredit the Navy secret space program, because the ones behind the Portugal agenda is the Air Force. You had a schism right now since that, like Corey Good called this guy Sitman, who was working in the Air Force secret space program, who was going to be part of the whole Portugal agenda. He defected to the SSP alliance. So you got this infighting happening in the Air Force. But initially, the Air Force was working with the Greys, the Orion Greys, and they were sitting there going for this Portugal agenda. But it's still some in the Air Force that are, still the bad guys. You still got negative people in the Air Force as the bad guys working for this Portugal agenda. Until you stop seeing Portugal and start seeing real disclosure stuff coming, they talk about, hey, we got evidence of in some of these trace cases. If they start talking about the trace cases from, the ufology, when they start talking about the trace cases, all that evidence out there that they're not talking about. They're just talking about this Pentagon fucking program investigating UFOs, but they don't talk about all that evidence that been out there that was collected by all those ufologists back in the 70s and all that. All that evidence. When they start talking about that, then we know that Portugal shit is dead in the water. But somebody's still trying that shit. Because they're not talking about the trace cases. They're not talking about the alien abduction where they've been finding stuff inside people. With Dr. Lear, when he was medically, doing surgery on people and finding these probes inside people. They're not talking about that shit. They still doing the fucking Portugal agenda. Because that's all evidence they need to be talking about if they're trying to go for full disclosure. They're not talking about that. There's already evidence out there from the trace cases and all that they could be talking about. When you don't see them talking about that, they still trying to do this fucking partial disclosure. So you got that going on. And like I said, they're trying to discredit the Navy secret space program because that's a threat to that partial agenda. If there's a Navy secret space program, how big it is with Corey Good on what stuff he talking about, then how the fuck you gonna say ain't no aliens been in the solar system right now? That's bullshit. So understand that. This is bullshit. We know that's bullshit. A lot of people on my friend is a contactees. So we all know this bullshit. They know it's bullshit. But what they willing to plan with the Ancient Alien series before Corey Good warned us about the Portugal agenda is they want to sit there and say, well, all that, Lauren and all these contactees that's on my friend is, y'all all crazy and lost your fucking mind. You fake. You ain't had no experiences. Blah, blah, blah. All this weird shit happening to you. You just hallucinating and delusional. That's what they want to do. And say, oh, then the people who doing the satanic rituals, oh, that's art. That's doing, entertainment. It's just entertainment. They're not really killing no kids and all that. Because they covered it all up. They would have burned the tunnels and destroyed the tunnels with all these. Look at the fires going on in California. They're probably destroying evidence, most likely. So, that's what I said. They will sit there and done all that if Corey Good didn't warn us about the Portugal, because a lot of people was falling into the trap. That's when they had Podesta on Ancient Aliens. If Corey Good never warned us about the Portugal agenda, we would have failed for that, because we would never known about Pizzagate and all that if this alliance wasn't real. Because because Corey Good was, before QAnon came out there, we had Corey Good out there telling us that this was a data dump of the alliance. When he came on the scene, found that this was the alliance, you know, dumping this information out to expose the cabal. Because that's exactly what it did with the WikiLeaks emails, is expose the cabal. It exposed how the media was working with Hillary Clinton campaign, which means the media was working with the cabal. Because Hillary is cabal. And so, that's why Hillary ain't been arrested yet. That's why she ain't been killed, taken out, because she's highly protected. She's cabal. That's what people need to understand about that. That's why she ain't been taken out yet. People get, well, when the bitch is going to be arrested? Well, she ain't being arrested until the cabal is either weakened severely or they taken out. So that's what you got to understand about that. She's cabal. But like I said, the infighting going on in the UFO community is the strategy is to stop the disclosure movement, for we won't have nobody out there fighting for disclosure. And humanity won't be focused. The intent of humanity will not be focused on disclosure, be focused on other shit that is not beneficial for humanity, beneficial for us, where our attentions be focused on something that's going to lead us into a negative timeline. Because disclosure is the positive timeline. We're not going to have no positive timeline. We don't have disclosure. We need to know the truth. We need to know what the fuck going on. Because if we don't know the truth, we can be manipulated still and be manipulated by the dark forces. We need to know the fucking truth. We can't go in here knowing partial truth when they still raping, murdering, eating children. You know? Because that's what they're going to try to do. If Corey Good didn't want us about his partial agenda, a lot of people would have fell into the trap. Because they was desperate for the truth. Finally, the president said that, you know, ETs are here. They wouldn't be asking about, what about the pedophile rings? What about all this shit? The WikiLeaks stuff supposed to never came out. That has been supposed to never came out. All that shit from WikiLeaks supposed to never fucking came out. There's the people who doubt the existence of this alliance, who still doubting this. These some hopeless motherfuckers. These some doom and gloom hopeless motherfuckers who get a hard on from fear porn. Because this alliance is real, because the evidence this alliance is real is because we got the WikiLeaks emails. It exposed the cabal. So that's what you got to understand. This alliance is 100% real. It exposed the cabal. And let me look at this old Q post that I found today. This old Q post I found today. I just found it today because somebody was posting an old Q post, but they didn't look at the significance of what that on Q post was. A lot of points Q was trying to make it in his post. But I saw something else that was so curious that, wow, Q actually said that. So this is a Q post from November 11th, 2017 at 11:33, 51 seconds p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, Q was talking about Saudi Arabia, streams cut, you know, to Saudi Arabia. This was a week, almost a week after the Saudi Arabia mass arrest, which put Q on the map. And then, and in this post, down here, like, this is a long-ass Q post. Then Q said, what if China, Russia, and others are coordinating with POTUS to eliminate the New World Order? And it says the NWO. And then it says, who controls North Korea? Who really controls North Korea? Right there, a lot of people missed this. Q just admitted that the Earth Alliance is real. Because one thing about the Earth Alliance is the BRICS countries. The BRICS nations are the Earth Alliance. That Corey Good tells you about. If you don't know about the Earth Alliance, go look at an episode of Cosmic Disclosure. Or go look on, if you don't want to look at Cosmic Disclosure, go look, go on one of the internet search engines and hit Earth Alliance and Corey Good. It'll pop up. It's an article, because there's been many transcripts of Cosmic Disclosure that's already online that Corey Good put up there. The Earth Alliance are the BRICS countries. That's Brazil, Russia, India, and China, and South America. I mean, South Africa. I think it's South Africa or South America. But I think it's South Africa. But those are the BRICS countries. So it said China. It said, what if China, Russia, and others are coordinating with POTUS to eliminate the New World Order, or the NWO? That's that Q post from November 11th. I think November 4th was the mass arrest of the Saudi Arabia. Let me put my earphones in. But y'all, I know y'all probably don't hear me loud. But let me put my earphones in. I've been talking this whole time. I forgot I ain't put my earphones in. But like I said, this Q post from November 11th, and I think November 5th or November 4th was the mass arrest in Saudi Arabia. But let me read the rest of it to show you that this is an old Q post. This is from November 11, 2017, 11:33, 51 seconds p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wealth over generations buys power. Power over generations buys more wealth / control. More wealth / control buys countries and its people. Families combined, TRI, I think they mean triangle, equals NWO. Inner TRI families will collapse. I think it's talking about triangle. When Q was putting the triangles with the pluses. What is the keystone? What nations dominate all others? What nation has influence over most others? What is the keystone? Return to Saudi Arabia. Strings cut, plus, plus, plus. Puppets, plus, plus, plus. In shadows. Each side of the triangle controls a certain subset of the power brokers. Power brokers are also labeled as puppet / servants. And then it say, what is the New World Order? So that was the first post that Q was talking about, mentioning the New World Order, which a lot of people who've been studying New World Order like, what? New World Order? Now this is before Q, got to what Q is now, popular as Q is now, This is before then. Wait, hold on. This thing keeps slipping off this fucking, hold on, I gotta adjust. So this one, Q on November 11 mentioned, I think the first time they mentioned New World Order. Because say, what is the New World Order? Why did POTUS receive a sword dance when visiting Saudi Arabia? What does this mean culturally? Why is this relevant? What occurred in Saudi Arabia? How did POTUS remove one side of the pyramid? What did POTUS receive while visiting China? Where did POTUS dine? What is the significance? What if China, Russia, and others are coordinating with POTUS to eliminate New World Order? Right there. Q was telling you the Earth Alliance is real. We ain't heard about the Earth Alliance. I mean, Dave Wilcock was the one that was talking about Earth Alliance because he was getting this from Pete Peters and some of his insiders. But we didn't get no definition of what they were until Corey Good came on the scene. So we was already knowing that Corey Good was being validated. I mean, Corey Good was already telling us the Earth Alliance. And then you got this Q post that a lot of people missed the significance of, telling you the Earth Alliance, who the Earth Alliance members was naming them. And saying, what if they working with the president of the United States to destroy the New World Order? Clear as day that people missed. Oh yeah, I seen that that interview. I actually watched that interview today, Lauren. Lauren said Roger Richards said the divisiveness in the disclosure community will make the good guys better on his. Yeah, gonna bring us together. That's what's happening. We find out who the traitors are, and no, I'm not on no Facebook Live jail, Lauren. I'm looking at your comments now. No, I'm not in no Facebook Live jail because I can post, I can share. Because usually they ban me from sharing in the fucking groups. I can still share in the groups. No. Let me show you what it's saying. Because you late here. You late to the party. Let me show you what's going on here. I'm going to show you what's going on. I'm gonna let you see this live. To why I can't go live on Facebook. See, look. I'm about to hit the live thing. Now it says I got 90, about 90 of my friends online. None of them ain't up here seeing this because they not over here. I don't see some of them here. I don't see none of them up here. There's 14 people, 15 now. But this is what you're gonna see, Lauren. Look. It says cannot start live video. Please check your internet connection and try again. So I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna hit OK. Say can't go live. Can't start a live video. Please check your internet connection and try again. That's what I keep getting from the fucking archons. That's the fuck I'm getting. This is totally new. I never seen this before. Even when they deleted my other account, I'd never been blocked from going live. So that's what you gotta understand. They are threatened by me, so they just completely blocked me from going live. They couldn't stop me from spreading the message. They couldn't stop me spreading the message. So they just completely blocked me from going live. Since even when they blocked me from sharing the message in the groups, I just had one of my friends share my live in the groups when they blocked me from going in groups. But they're not even blocking me from going to groups no more. They don't even care. Since they blocked me from going live, they finally found a solution to their problem. You know? Or they think they found a solution to their problem. But like I said, I'm still destroying their ass right now. I've been up here an hour and 7 minutes. Some dumb motherfucker let me run for an hour and 7 minutes. So I'm still destroying their ass and their agenda. I'm exposing their ass right now. I just exposed you by showing you live what they showing me. I bet you nobody else never got that bullshit talking about check your connection speed, cannot go start a live video. That's them telling me, fuck you, you ain't going live no more. We finally stopped you and all this. And they and that's for y'all to see, to say, oh, you know, or anybody, you know, seeing that, say, oh yeah, that's what the excuse is. Something wrong with your connection, you know. No, ain't nothing wrong with my fucking connection. I'm doing a live streaming on YouTube right now. How the fuck is something wrong with my connection? And y'all know I sit there and you know, did live. Let me see, can I look at this live from this phone? I'm gonna look at this live from this phone to show you ain't nothing wrong with my fucking connection. This live right now I'm doing. I'm gonna go right to this live right now to show you it ain't no fucking connection problem. That's horse shit. See, they go me right there. Where's the fucking connection problem at? See, they go me right there. Where's the fucking connection problem at? See, they go me right there. Where's the fucking connection problem at? See, they go me right there. See, look, it's doing that infinite mirror thing. They go me right there. The infinite mirror thing, you know, when you reflect in a mirror and it reflects and then keep reflecting till you finish. But it's reflecting the voice and reflecting the voice till you finish. But there you go. They are lying through their fucking teeth. They blocking me because I'm a threat. I'm a serious threat to their fucking agenda because I exposed them. You know, I directly exposed them. You know, I'm the one that sit there and told you that the Archons was AI. So everybody got this AI agenda going on with the sex bots, with all this, the AI citizenship in Saudi Arabia, which I still don't understand why people ain't pissed off about. Like, how the fuck can you give a AI citizenship? You don't even treat women there in Saudi Arabia. That didn't make no sense to me, and I thought that was horse shit. So I sit there and told you that the AI is the fucking Archons that David Icke been warning you about. So that I remember when they did that. When I did that, I played an episode of Carbon Disclosure where Corey Good came out and told you about the AI threat. And then that's when they deleted my account a few days later. I think 2 or 3 days later, they deleted my whole fucking account, my original account. They just wiped me clean. So they are afraid of me. They scared of me. I'm a threat to them because I directly exposed their ass. And I don't leave no stone unturned. I directly exposed them. I understand what the fuck they are. I know what the fuck they doing. I see their agendas with the fucking sex bots and all that. I see all their fucking agendas out there. You know? And let me tell you another thing I noticed before I came on here tonight. It looked like they trying to delete Praying Medic YouTube channel because he got a strike on the channel. And then when you look at what they got, why they gave him a strike was because he had a QAnon video and they tried to say it was hate speech. But he just put this up tonight. Talking about Q has been warning. This is from Praying Medic. Y'all would be familiar with him if you watch some of his videos on YouTube where he talk about the Q post. He do a lot of analysis on the Q post. He's very good at it. He says, Q has been warning us for some time that those who help spread the word about the movement are in danger of being censored, eventually banned from social media. Today, I received the first strike on my YouTube channel for content considered to be hate speech. YouTube calls it violating community guidelines. In interest of full transparency, I'd like to explain how YouTube works. And then he's talk about how YouTube work, blah, blah, blah. I really don't give a fuck about what the hell they said. Let me see where we at. He talked about, I take great care not to violate copyright or community guidelines as described by YouTube. Despite that, they managed over the last 3 months to almost completely demonetize my channel. I resisted their pressure to change my message. Now it seems they're increasing penalties. They accuse me of violating community guidelines using hate speech. The threat now is having my channel suspended. I'm not changing my message as a consequence. I expect them to look for more videos that violate community guidelines. Yup, like they did with Carrie Cassidy. They tried to delete her whole channel. Why were they picking with Carrie Cassidy? She wasn't even talking about QAnon. She wasn't talking about David Hogg. No, that's the archons. That's be infesting fucking YouTube. It's going there looking to old videos to sit there and delete them because the awakening is happening. They're trying to suppress it. They're in desperate mode now. So they're trying to suppress it. That's why the fuck they going looking at old videos and say, oh, this video violated community. You talk about David Hogg, our Luke Skywalker of the, because David Hogg was the Luke Skywalker of the goddamn, they probably strike this video because I said David Hogg, because that's they protected king and shit. But like I said, that's the AI. That's the archon that's on YouTube. That's what that is. That's not people doing that. That's the AI doing that. That's the archons doing that. I try to tell y'all that. I tell you that all the time. I expose these motherfuckers all the time. That's why they ban me on Facebook. But it says their goal is to completely disrupt discussions of Q by banning users who engage in those discussions. If past practice is an indicator, it seems that this direction they will take. If they suspend my account, it seems likely they'll suspend other YouTubers who report on Q. I take Q warning seriously. I have anticipated possibility of being banned, not just from YouTube, but all social media platforms. I'd like to be clear about one thing. This isn't about me. It's about what God is doing through men like President Trump. How the president plan is being conveyed to us through people like Q. So he's religious, But one of his videos, what it says, QAnon October 2nd, Red October. So that's one of the things they say it violates community guidelines. Because it's kicking your ass. It's destroying your fucking agenda. The Q operation has been successful, so your ass trying to sit here and get rid of people. You sorry ass fucking archons. You sit here trying to get rid of people because the awakening has happened, especially with the Q movement. The Q movement is being coming together with disclosure movement, because since Q said ETs is real and they're a secret space program, now they merging with the full disclosure movement, who's having infighting. But the Q movement is moving into the full disclosure movement, and that's a threat to them because now with the Q thing, they got all this shit being valid since Q was talking about New World Order and stuff. Because I'll show you the old post from November 11th back in 2007, before Q even got on the map. When Q started to get on the map, when the Saudi Arabia mass arrest happened, when people started looking back at the Q post, say, wait a minute, this motherfucker predicted this. So Q is got on the map and was talking about New World Order right off the bat. Soon as Q sit there, after that Saudi Arabia mass arrest, they start talking about New World Order and talking about what if China and Russia is working with Trump to sit here and destroy the New World Order. Straight up told you that. So that's what I'm saying. They cracking down. With me, I'm one of their serious threats because I directly attack them. There's no diversionary attack. I go directly for the source of the evil that we're dealing with. I go directly for the archons. I don't skip over them. I go directly to them. George said he don't talk about the archon. He talk about, all these news reports and Q posts.
I go directly at the source. That's why they had to shut me down on Facebook, because I was reaching too many people and I was convincing too many people with the reactions, with the people commenting with positive comments. You think they don't know that? There's not people on your shit following you doing that. That's the Archon analyzing that shit. Don't underestimate these motherfuckers. Their whole agenda is being exposed after like 20,000 years that they've been, in control of this whole fucking solar system. So it's all being exposed. They set up the soul net traps, the reincarnational trap. So all that's being exposed now. People are waking up. The Schumann resonance is forcing a lot of people to wake up, whether they like it or not. So they in panic mode. So it's in here trying to ban his time because he's talking about Q because they trying to tie Q to hate speech because they got these false flags going on with the shooters trying to be connected to QAnon. So now YouTube can have an excuse to ban people. They talk about Q. You think we don't see through this bullshit? Are you fucking kidding me? You think we don't see through this fucking bullshit? You really gonna sit here try to fool us and think you not trying to, shut down a YouTube channel that's talking about QAnon because you fucking threatened? Not we ain't gonna fucking see through this. They really think we fucking stupid in their desperation. In their decimal, they really think we fucking stupid that we ain't gonna know that they trying to shut us down because all this shit is real. Corey Good is legit. Q is legit. All these other people are legit. And they trying to sit here and shut us down. Because it's all legit. We're winning. We're waking up. We're not buying into this horse shit. That's why they're trying to out here actively, boldly trying to steal the fucking election in several states. Talk about boldness. Even in fucking 2001, what was it, 2000 presidential election? All they try to do is steal the presidential election with one state. They trying to do it in several states now. You telling me they're not in desperate mode? They're not panic? That's what Q keeps saying, panic in DC. Yes, they are panic. They in severe panic. They trying to tell you. They trying to tell you these ballots they find on trucks that they are closing the race now. When they lost these races, they trying to say, "Oh, it's closing now. It's too close to call." And the media is 100% backing them. Now you see why Trump say they the enemy of the people, because they are the enemy of the people. They always been. If you know about Project Mockingbird or whatever the fuck it's called, Mockingbird Media, whatever the fuck it's called, you should know that they've always been the enemy of the people. The CIA been working with the Greys and the Dracos. I think they was created by the Dracos or the Orions or the Anunnaki, the negative Anunnaki. I think the CIA was created by, because you look at the CIA. I mean, also you look at a lot of these military branches or intelligence agencies. They got Latin words on they patches and stuff. And I heard that Latin was a reptilian language. That was an old language. Probably Orion language or something, or a Draco language. But Latin supposed to be some kind of reptilian language.
You busy right now?
Yeah. All right. So that's what you gotta understand. They sitting there in a panic mode. So they trying to sit here and steal the fucking election in several states and think we just gonna buy this bullshit. They are bold now. They digging in the trenches. This is the final battle, and they are digging in. Like they're talking to the military, they're digging in deep. They setting up their command posts. They about to fight. They gonna hold this territory. They about to fight whoever try to come and take this fucking hill from them. They are digging in. So that's what you gotta understand. They are digging in tightly. They are digging in. So that's what you gotta understand. They desperate. They are really desperate and pathetic and sorry as hell. The Archons are desperate. Panic in fourth density. So it's not just panic in DC. It's panic in the lower astral fourth density where the Archons reside. They all panic. They're trying to sit here and give praying medic who be careful. He don't even curse on his shit. He be careful with the copyright thing. He don't play videos. Well, he play videos, but that really ain't no big deal. He not playing nothing about David Hogg or nothing like this or whatever. That means that's the Archons panicking. And the reason, if y'all don't probably know about this on Carrie Cass, they try to delete her channel. They try to go and get old videos that was talking about false flags, and then they try to find all other videos to try to give all her 3 strikes, but she can lose her channel and all the videos she got. She probably now, since they got off her back, she probably archived all those videos on her thing and probably got it saved somewhere. And other people probably archived those videos because they knew what was going on. So that's the Archons. That's not people doing that. It's not Facebook security. It's not YouTube security. That's the Archons. That's this AI that infests YouTube and Facebook servers. Is saying here trying to go attack people like Curry Cassidy and now praying medic. Because he been doing a good job analyzing the Q posts and exposing the Q posts. So you got to understand that they are in a panic mode. The Archons are in a panic mode, and so they are sitting here cracking down now, trying to censor everything they can. This anybody out there that's helping the awakening, and that's including Q now. But Q been helping the awakening. That's why Q always say #Great Awakening. Well, Q is part of this alliance that Corey Good been telling us about since 2016. You know, like I say, before Q came out there, Corey Good was warning us about all this stuff that was coming out with the WikiLeaks and all that. That was part of the alliance, this Earth Alliance he was saying, or the SSP Alliance and the data dumps. Well, Q came a long way, and then I found this old Q post I told you today on November 11th, 2017. So it talks about who is the New World Order. What if China and Russia are working with POTUS to take down the New World Order? That's the Earth Alliance. Q was telling you the Earth Alliance is real. That validates Corey Good again. That's why they attacking Corey Good, Seth, because he is legit. This ain't the first time they attacked Corey Good like this. They did this before, but they failed, and they got off of him. Now they're doing it again because they're desperate. They need to destroy him now. That's why it's relentless. So that's why, because they wanted to discredit the Navy Secret Space Program. Because they can't, they partial codes cannot survive with the Navy Secret Space Program still being in existence and in the consciousness of humanity. So that's what you got to understand. So now the Earth Alliance in China, you got some part of China that was actually backing this partial disclosure agenda. So it's actually complicated with China. It's some good elements in China, but there's some bad elements that was pushed for the partial disclosure. So China ain't fully the good guys. But that's what Q was saying in that Q post. So you got to go back and look at the Corey Good cause disclosure episodes, or look at the transcripts of those episodes, and also his updates. Going back, looking at all his updates that he did, his intel updates on his Spirit Being Alliance website. You will understand the context I'm talking about, how all this connects. Because a lot of people are missing certain dots, because some people have been distracted by Q, and they're not looking at Corey Good, been talking about a lot of this stuff that Q talking about with the grand juries. Corey Good was telling us about the secret grand juries going on before Q told you about them. Was talking about there was a secret indictments going on. Corey Good was telling you that in an intel update. So they both are connected. Corey Good getting intel from this alliance. Q is a part of this alliance. So you got to understand that. A lot of people missing those critical pieces of the puzzle. They've forgotten those critical pieces of the puzzle because they've been distracted by Q. But Corey Good is still valid. He's still being validated. That's why they're attacking him so heavily. They never had this kind of infighting going on in the UFO community. You know, why is this infighting going on? People have been coming forward with crazy ass stories. Why, when Alex Collier came out talking about his contactee experience, why there was no infighting? And you look at people like Richard Dolan, he didn't believe Alex Collier and all his stuff, but there was no infighting going on. Nobody was attacking Alex Collier, you know. Carrie Cassidy was interviewing Richard Dolan, and you know she actually did an interview with Richard Dolan. She was believing in Alex Collier. Why there was no infighting going on? Because this ain't organic. This infighting against Corey Good is not organic. This is the cabal. This is the fucking cabal. This is so obvious. They trying to discredit the Navy Secret Space Program. It's not Corey Good, it's not the target. It's the Navy Secret Space Program they're trying to discredit. That's why they attacked William Thompson testimony too. So you need to understand that. That's what with this infighting going in the disclosure movement, because you got these agents in the disclosure movement who are agents of the cabal. You know, I don't know who it is. I heard some people say Stanton Freeman was CIA. I heard that before. You know, I'm starting to think Richard Dolan might be a fucking agent, because the way he tried to discredit William Thompson testimony was outrageous. I mean, William Thompson was at that MUFON conference with Richard Dolan all day, and Richard Dolan's out there trying to discredit him. You know, this guy got credentials. He's in the history books. I mean, Michael Sala did a whole goddamn vetting of him, found his old documents, his Navy documents, when he was in the aerospace companies, all this evidence that Richard Dolan should be interested in, but he wanted to be skeptical of the secret space program. Now I'm suspicious of him. Is he an agent working for the fucking cabal? Because why the fuck he not taking at least William Thompson testimony credible? Well, if he take William Thompson's testimony credit, he's going to take Corey Good testimony credit, because William Thompson back up Corey Good testimony. So he's stuck in between a rock and a hard place if he try to take William Thompson testimony credible. So that's what you got to understand about that. Shit. I mean, ugh. But I'm starting to question with Richard Dolan. Why is he still so skeptical? You know, still even skeptical of William Thompson testimony. Why is he so fucking skeptical of even William Thompson testimony? I mean, this guy got documents. This was Richard Dolan. I watched a lot of his lectures back in the 90s and stuff like that. You know, in 2000s. I watched a lot of Richard Dolan lectures. He always go for documents. He always his lecture always talk about the documents, military documents, government documents, intelligence agency documents, CIA documents, to argue the validity of the UFO presence, DT presence. He talk about trace cases and all this other stuff, you know. And why the fuck he don't want to believe in the Navy Secret Space Program? Why he don't want to take that as credible? Why he don't want to take William Thompson as credible? He don't got to take Corey Good as credible. Why he don't want to take William Thompson as credible? That's what got me questioning right now with all this infighting going on. And you know, he was on he was interviewed by Joe of from the Carolinas, who been attacking Jordan Sather and Corey Good. So that got me suspicious. Like, who the fuck, you know, have Richard Dolan been working for these motherfuckers? I mean, why the fuck is he not taking William Thompson's testimony seriously when he got documents? Michael Saleh did the vetting. He got documents. He got historic documents. He was in the Navy. He was with these Irons he talk about that run these programs. He was in the aerospace companies that he talk about. It was all real. He's legit. So why the fuck is he not taking his testimony serious? That's what I'm saying. Now I'm starting to think he might be an agent. You know, I'm not Jordan Sather. I'm going to name names. I'm not nobody who got a lot of people following me. I don't got fucking nothing to lose with this. I don't care about the people turning against me because, oh, you trying to cause problems. I don't give a fuck. Because this is a war for me. This is not me reporting the news. I'm going to name the traitors. If I can expose them, they're going to be exposed as traitors. This is a war. I take this seriously. We are in a fight, a serious fight. We can lose this still. We can be knocked off the positive timeline back on the negative timeline. I'm not playing no games here. I will expose these motherfuckers. I don't care. I don't care if you supported whoever. You supported Teresa Yanuros. When I see her working with Joe Carlina, she trying to attack Corey Goods, attack the Spirit being alive, attack the existence of the Navy Secret Space Program, you know, then so be it. But she's a traitor if she doing that. Because how the fuck, she how fast she flipped. She was just at the Dimensions and Disclosure thing a couple of months ago, doing lectures and stuff. How the fuck is she all of a sudden, she was there with Jordan Sather and them. How the fuck all of a sudden she just turned against them and stuff? And go against everything that Corey Gibb been talking about. You telling me she ain't no fucking traitor? That she ain't work with the enemy? This doesn't make any sense. This is too fast how she flipped and how she been doing several episodes with Joe from the Carolinas, who been exposed as a Jesuit. This guy's connected to the Jesuits. Like I said, I don't give a fuck. They the enemies. I'm fighting for a serious war here. This is why it's called ET Disclosure War. This is a war. And we got to expose these traitors that's trying to sit here and work with the enemy. You know, this is bullshit. I mean, if she had a problem with Corey Good and George Safe, don't be up here trying to mess up the fucking disclosure movement. We can't be having these infightings. We are a critical piece in this fight. If the disclosure movement is disillusioned and they fight with each other and they go away and they don't fight for disclosure, we're going to be driven on the negative timeline. We can't have this infighting happen in disclosure, but we need to unify. Because the rest of the people are dumbass fucking sheeple out there who believe in Trump as a racist and all this other horse shit. And believing these fucking elections are becoming close now because they finding fucking ballots in trucks. That was just horse shit. Now the elections are coming, several elections in several states are coming close now. Why they, like on Trump Twitter, why the fuck they not finding, they never found the Republican votes. Why are they finding a Democrat vote? They count the ballots and now the race is too close to call. That's horse shit. That's bullshit. Ain't no way in fucking hell I'm believing that. Nobody should be believing that. Only one believing is the fucking sheeple. Those 6% that Q talk about that are totally lost. Totally brainwashed, totally mind fucked, totally GMO'd, totally whatever. You know, that's the motherfucker. That's the only alternative for humanity. Those dumb motherfuckers, those NPCs out there. That's what's left for humanity. If the people in the disclosure movement is not fighting like we fighting to get disclosure, get the truth, destroy the cabal, and then the Q people are coming into the disclosure movement, we don't unify, humanity is fucked. Okay, humanity is fucked because what's left? Those dumb motherfuckers out there who's buying all this horse shit from the media. That's who's left. All those NPCs out there. That's who left. Those dumb motherfuckers who are easily manipulated and brainwashed, who want to give up their guns, don't understand, don't got the presence of mind and awareness, the situational awareness to understand that means you're going to become a slave because you can't defend your fucking self. That's why you want to give up your guns so you can be defenseless and lower your guard. That's who left. As the disclosure movement falters and just dissolve, we're fucked. Humanity is fucked. This is how critical it is. That's why we can't tolerate this kind of infighting going on in the full disclosure movement. We can't tolerate this. We need to unify. We need to come together and work together. We can't have this infighting going on. This is bullshit. This is not helpful for humanity. So this is really pissing me off. What Teresa did is pissing me off. And she need to stop what she's doing because she's fucking up the community. Because her supporters is going to turn against Corey Good and Jordan Sather, who out there doing a damn good job trying to get disclosure. This Above Majestic movie has been totally successful. That's a big deal. It's been totally successful. You know, disclosure, I mean, even under knowledge from Steve Greer wasn't that successful as Above Majestic. That's what you got to understand. This is critical. It's a serious situation we in. This infight is not organic. It's being caused by the cabal. These people out there attacking Corey Good, George say they're agents. Either being paid or they've been working for the cabal at some level. And their goal is to discredit the whole Navy secret space program and destroy the disclosure movement. And that's what they're trying to do. So I'm like the motherfucker at the front line. I'm not going to let them do this. I'm not going to let them do this. That's why I'm up here fighting right now. That's why I ain't gave up since they blocked me on Facebook from going live. I went over here to this YouTube channel. I've been just keeping it in the back of my pocket. I ain't been using it. I ain't been having no presence up here. I'm using it now to expose their ass. And probably might be in the final stages of this fight. We might be in the final stretch. So I'm up here trying to expose their ass. Right here, when they think they shut me down finally, I'm up here trying to expose their ass. Because when I get off here, I'm going to upload this to Facebook. Unless they delete my account, whatever. But I'm up here still fighting their ass. I'm still making y'all aware, and that's the key. I'm making y'all aware of what's going on. For you don't fall for the bullshit, that's the key. Like I told you, when I told you earlier, the awareness affects the timeline. That's why if we in a temporal war, telling us certain things going to affect the timeline. So that's like they got to disinform us, particularly because if we not unified with unity conscious, if we know too much, we're not going to build a positive timeline based off unity consciousness. We'll based off timeline based off of this this infighting happening, this selfishness, you know, it's not gonna be all based off of cooperation. It's gonna be based off of survival of the fittest and stuff. Every man for himself. That's the timeline we're gonna be building, and that timeline gonna benefit the fucking Dracos and the Archons, where they gonna enslave the whole fucking galaxy. We're in a critical situation, a critical window now. We need to unify. The Scourge movement need to unify. The Cabal need to be defeated. You know, the Alliance need to finally make their move and drop the hammer, whatever the fuck they waiting on. The Cabal need to be defeated because we're in a critical window now. The Scourge movement need to unify, and the Alliance need to take the Cabal out. Because look what the Cabal is doing. They're trying to steal the fucking Senate now back. They're trying to steal the election and put the perception out there that they won and they didn't lose because somebody didn't count these fucking absentee ballots. And they're using the media to try to make these dumbass sheeple out there, these dumbass NPCs out there, believe this horse shit. And so, like I say, with the woman in, what is it, Florida? What's her name? Stacey Adams. She's black. You know, so they're going to use the race card, you know, try to play victim and say, oh, why you not counting these ballots? Why you not taking this seriously? You racist and all that whole victim shit. And the black people are going to fall for it because they believe some of this horse shit that Trump is a racist and all this shit. They're already buying into that horse shit. So it can work as a strong potential this can fucking work and they can buy this shit and actually steal the Senate back. You know? Because they needed that perception with the Senate. Because this is about perception. Because perception is like, you know, proportional to, directly proportional to consciousness. So they got the perception that they won the Senate. Then people, the sheeple and whoever, the people that's in the middle or whatever, can be reached and say, oh, we need to stop looking at these Democrats because the country's turned against them. They crazy and stuff. And definitely got the walk away movement happening. So with their perception and that victory with the election, there you go. Because y'all need to understand that the vote don't fucking matter if the Cabal been in the background pulling strings. That doesn't make sense. So the only reason Q was saying that shit was to get the people who actually believe that nonsense. Because they needed that perception. So, and of course it didn't even go out. It didn't go right like the people who believed it. Like, why the fuck we lost the House then if you told us to go out here and vote? But what the perception was, where Trump didn't campaign for the House people. So that's the perception. He didn't get, that's why they lost it. They already had that plan set up. But the perception is key. And so the perception they doing right now with the woman is with Stacey Adams. Oh, of course the people who in these ballots, they are, you know, people support her because she can't lose because that means that, you know, Florida is racist or wherever the fuck she at. You know, wherever the fuck she, I don't know what the fuck she at, you know. I don't keep track of all these things. But they're going to try to do the race thing. A lot of black people already falling for this horse shit. You know, they already falling for this horse shit. They already falling for this horse shit of, oh, Trump is a racist. Hillary is a good person. Blah, blah, blah. Stop picking on her. And especially these black feminist women are falling for this horse shit. And this is what they're doing. If y'all don't understand, they're actually trying to steal the fucking election and make people believe this ridiculous horse shit, then I don't know the fuck you, I don't know where you fuck your mind at. Because it's not in your head. So that's what you got to understand. They are sitting here trying to steal the fucking election that already been decided and find these magical ballots that probably didn't even go through the fucking mail. They even, one of the persons at the I don't know what the fuck you call her, but she's supposed to be defying a court order to let the Republicans see the ballot. So that's what I say. She's defying a court order. And I think that's in Broward County where that Israel guy at that's connected to Hillary. So they actually trying to fight. Well, I don't know how the law shit works because I don't care about the fucking law. I'm a rebel. But they're actually trying to fight the federal law system, whatever, saying we're not even going to give you these ballots. We ain't going to let you see. We're going to count these and say that the race is becoming too close to call because these ballots are for her. Most of the ballots are for her, so it's going to make the race too close to call. So now, you know, it's too close to call. Now she's starting to win. She's trying to put NBC and all the fucking media is behind that, putting that propaganda out to put that perception out there for the people to say, oh, yes, Why you don't count the ballots? You know, she's winning, yes. And we don't want them to be racist, so that's what they're doing. They're using the black people as pawns, and they falling for it because they believe this horse shit about Trump being a racist and shit, which never came out until he started running for president. Till the alliance picked him for their asset. Come on, they really trying to play all y'all for fucking morons. If you buying any of this shit. Roxana Adams, are they pumping out mind control tech in the media? I'm sure it appears to be affecting certain bloodlines of people who have a heavy metals buildup. They probably are. They're probably doing all of the above. But I can't believe they just bold to be sent in here. They must think that since Trump out the country, and they've been looking at the Q post, and Q put disinformation there just for them, for they can make a mistake. So they sit in there, hold on. But like I said, they sit in there, like I said, they're gonna try everything above because they trying to make people believe that this race, all these races, several of them now, all these races are becoming too close to call down when they wasn't that on election night. So trying to play y'all all for fucking morons that you don't fucking think that you gonna buy this horse shit. But those people in Antifa and the Democrats and the liberals out there who like Hillary and mad about Hillary losing, evil ass demon bitch who eat children, mad about her losing, they gonna believe this bullshit. And the media is backing them. The media think, well, he got rid of Jim Acosta, we should feel sorry. We don't give a fuck about, the media don't understand, we don't give a fuck about them. Only the dumb motherfuckers give a fuck about them. The slave mentality motherfuckers give a fuck about them. A lot of black people who believe in this horse shit about Trump being racist because also they got their own bias. They don't like white people anyway, so they gonna automatically believe that. You got black people like that. And then you got black people that don't fucking look at information and don't do research and just believe everything the horse shit media tell them. They just open their mouth up and let this shit, get stuffed down their fucking throat. So you got a lot of black people believing that. So with the Stacey Adams woman I think she was connected to Soros or something. Oh, is she a socialist? I don't know what the fuck it is. I forget what they found out about her. But they're gonna support her because she's black. And they use them as pawns. They don't understand they be using them. And like I said, Shaka Shakur was talking about this tonight on his thing. That they using the black women as pawns. Hillary and the Democrats are using the black women as pawns. And is a potential this can work. So we in a serious situation here. This is a potential people are gonna believe this horse shit. That they really got the races too close to call because those are Republicans and the media been putting out all propaganda nonstop that the Republicans are racist and Trump is a racist and all this horse shit. So like I said, they digging in the trenches. They digging in. This is going to be their final battle. They're going to protect this hill. They're going to guard this territory. They're going to launch everything they can at their enemies because this is the final fight. And I think they panicking like this because Trump out the country. They've been watching Q posts and Q said, well, when Trump is safely out the country, then we're going to make our move, basically. It'd be a good opportunity to make our move. I don't know if anything going to happen between this time and November 11th. I don't know. But the cabal is panicking. They preparing for anything. They going full scale. They're going to be boldly try to convince people that they somehow lost. They winning in several states with these fucking absentee ballots that have been found on trucks. So, come on. Bullshit. Horse shit. Like the thing that happened lately with they try to Antifa go to Tucker Carlson home and call him a racist and stuff. And of course Tucker Carlson ain't no racist. He just, ain't no fool. And he called them out on their bullshit. They don't like that because they ain't got no fucking argument because they all they believe is bullshit. So he destroyed them. That's why they sit there and calling Trump a bully, because he destroyed them. Say you're an enemy of the people, because you are. You've been an enemy of the people since you've been around. Because Project Mockingbird been around probably since the media been around. Shit. Well, TV media. So you've been an enemy of the people the whole fucking time. So nobody gives a fuck about Jim Acosta being kicked out of the White House. We're not gonna give a fuck about any of those other motherfuckers getting kicked out of the White House. Who gives a fuck? Like I say, put people in there like Jordan Safe and all the other alternative media in there. Put the people in there from Edge of Wonder and all that. Put the people in there from all the alternative media out there in the White House press thing. Put all those people in there. Fuck the rest of the media, because they all the enemy. They out here trying to get people to believe that these absentee ballots are saying here are valid, when it's a fraud. It's fake. It's horse shit. They are stealing the election. They are actually committing crimes. They actually, they are boldly committing crime right in people's faces, and the media is 100% backing them. Understand, the implications of that. And the media want us to trust them when they actually sitting here backing people committing a crime, and they're trying to play people for fools by making people not believe they're not actually trying to commit a crime. Get the fuck out of here. Don't come in with that bullshit. This is total horse shit. Ain't no fucking absentee ballots. They lying through their fucking teeth. They are committing crime. They're a bunch of criminals. They actually trying to steal the fucking election back, because they sore fucking losers and they're in a panic mode. They lost. They've been rejected. And so here they go, trying to steal the fucking election. So that's what I'm saying. You got to understand that this is the final fight for them. They think it's the final fight. I don't know what the fuck gonna happen while Trump out the country. But this seemed to be the final stretch for them. They pulling all the stops out. They can't do those school shootings till Monday. So understand that it won't make any sense. I mean, what, are they gonna shoot up an empty school? It's not gonna have the impact and the emotional drama, and the woman, like this dumbass woman and fucking, this actor, because some people found out this woman's actually an actor. She was at another shooting. Talking about, they need to take the guns away. I hope that we need gun control. That's, you reading the strip. You not saying, well, I can't stand these, the reason these fucking people got, start cursing or something, make it more believable. They talk about, we need gun control. We need gun control. Why are you using the word gun control? You fake as shit. Why you can't say they need to take the guns away? They need to get rid of these guns. They're gonna say gun control, gun control. Get the fuck out of here. Roxanna Adams, false flag alien invasion. Yeah, they probably try to do that, but a lot of this shit been destroyed and taken away from them. And the ETs are not gonna allow them to do no fucking false flag alien invasion. And when they try that give the ETs who've been following these, whatever these fucking laws are, to not intervene. They can intervene then. If they try to do a false flag alien invasion, they can intervene. So if they try that, that's it. It's disclosure. The ETs gonna come out the shadows. Because they're not gonna have the entanglements that they're gonna have if they try to come in here without humanity being ready for them, or wherever the fuck this shit go. Because I'm not really. I think the whole karma shit might be some shit the Archons are behind. But you got Corey Good still talking about that, and that's one thing I'm so suspicious about, because I think the Archons behind that. But they say they got some kind of law where they gonna get entanglement or karma if they sit here and come in here without the consent of humanity. And one of the the latest webinar I saw from Alex Carr, he said that threshold that they talk about, the 10%, he said he was told is at 28% now, which is about I calculate that to be, if it's 7 billion people on the planet, I calculate it to be like 1.9 billion people already. We passed that threshold, that critical threshold, to wake people up, to have the awakening happen. Alex Carr was recently told by the Andromeda that it's at 28%. Where they talk about the 10% critical threshold, he says at 28% now. So, like I said, we see with the Schumann resonance, I've been telling people that's already been waking people up because the Schumann resonance is high. So, like I said, the ET should be able to come in. What the fuck are they waiting on? If 28% of humanity saying, come on, what the fuck are they waiting on? So, that's why I said, they either being stopped or whatever, or some kind of, like you heard from, you hear about these bombs they say they supposed to have, when you hear about Cobra information. But I've been hearing lately that the Cobra information might be disinformation. Some people have been saying Cobra has been killed because Caprimir was saying it on Twitter that Cobra been killed, been compromised or whatever. And a lot of that information probably ain't true. So, you know, you got all this chaos happening as we in this final battle. So we in this fog of war situation. So that's what you gotta understand. There's a lot of shit, a lot of chaos is happening. They in panic mode. Motherfuckers are flipping on us. Left and right. We see that now. A lot of people flipping. I got betrayal happening in my personal life. I got people betraying me left and right. So all this chaos is happening as we look like we're in the final stretch of this war. So that's what you gotta understand about that. We are in the final stretch of this war. And all this shit is happening because they in a fucking panic mode. Because you see they are actively trying to steal the election. Boldly in people's faces. And the media is backing them 100%. Not telling people this is a total nonsense. This is a crime. The media is the fucking enemy. They need to kick all those fucking reporters out the fucking press thing because they all lying. They all telling propaganda. They're not talking about the real news. They're talking about the agenda. Fuck them all. They are the enemy. Get rid of all those motherfuckers. I mean, come on. When they sit here backing these people trying to steal the fucking election, you kidding me? In several states. They're not trying to sit there and say, well, one woman like Stacey Allen. They're trying to do it in several of them. Because they lost the Senate perceptionally. So they got to try to win it back perceptionally. You know, because that's what it is, about perception. It ain't about the votes and all that. Because, you know, you got the cabal in the background pulling strings. Come on. It's ridiculous. They're talking about voting. You know, like we actually was voting to get rid of the cabal. We wasn't voting to get rid of the cabal. We waiting on the alliance to take out the fucking cabal. So don't be stupid and act like you were born yesterday to fall for that bullshit. Q was only telling people that the vote mattered because that was part of the strategy for the people to actually believe that horse shit. But don't be fooled and be fools to sit here and believe that the vote actually fucking mattered. That's about perception. And perception is directly proportional to consciousness. And our conscious effect with the timeline. You know, the mass conscious that Corey Good talk about. Mass co-creative consciousness. So you get the perception, you can start sitting there on getting people conscious. You can start influencing people's consciousness. So like I said, if Hillary had won the, they was actually stole the election, but if the perception was that she won the election in a landslide, that like they tried to do because they was leaking, like that shit that happened on NBC where they leaked one of the election result. I think it was with Beto O'Rourke or whatever the fuck it was. But they leaked one of the election results before the day before it happened. They actually did that before, and it was several states that Hillary supposed to won an electoral college landslide, and that was leaked to several local stations. And people caught that, and they almost got away with it. But the alliance, you know, made sure she did not win. So they basically stole the election back from her when she was still in the election, because perception would have been if she had actually pulled that off. The people would have been supporting Hillary. People's intent would have been focused on Hillary. So everything that she intended would have been backed by a lot of humanity. And that would have been the timeline. She was the one being picked for the Orion New World Order. So everybody, if she had got away with the landslide that she tried to get away with, then she would have had the backing of humanity. And it would have been more a high probability and a high potential of it being successful, because that would have been the timeline. Which been the New World Order, and a lot of people been supporting the New World Order, lock, stock, and barrel, like some of these dumb motherfuckers out there who supporting the New World Order agendas already. So they had to make sure that perception did not come out, that she not win no fucking landslide. We would not be able to take her down, because a lot of people were blindly supporting her any fucking way, like a lot of them still are now. So that's how blind and how 100% deceived so many people are. That's why I told you, the people in the disclosure movement is critical for humanity. If we don't fucking survive and unify, humanity is fucked. Period. We can't have this infighting happening. Whatever the fuck Teresa's problem is, if she's not a traitor, like some people want to say, then she need to stop doing what she fucking doing, because she damaging the fucking disclosure movement. If she continue to do what she's doing, she's a fucking traitor. And it's that simple. This is a fucking war. This ain't no fucking me reporting the fucking news. This is a battle in my hand right now. I'm fighting the archons and I go up here doing lies. Like I told y'all on my Facebook, ain't shit changed. This is still a fucking war. And I'm going to expose the motherfuckers who saying here messing up disclosure. Like I told you about Richard Dolan. Since he still refused to sit there and take any of William Thompson's testimony with all these documentary evidence that he refused to look at and discredit and keep trying to attack Corey Good, I'm gonna start thinking this motherfucker is an agent. Because this is ridiculous now. We're in a critical fucking time. And he said he's still attacking Corey Good and William Thompson testimony. Fuck that. Then he's a fucking goddamn agent then. That's what I'm gonna start thinking. He's another fucking traitor. You know, because he need to be taking that testimony, at least William Thompson testimony credit, because he actually got documents that Michael Sala found. Where my fucking book at? You know, let me find the fucking book. This fucking book right here is a book basically about vetting William Thompson that Michael Sala did. The U.S. Navy Secret Space Program and Northern Extraterrestrial Alliance. This is the book that vetted William Thompson and found all the evidence, all the documents, all his time in the Navy, all his time in aerospace companies is in this fucking book. Richard Dolan, look at this fucking book and stop ignoring this book and stop saying he's just fucking skeptical, because I'm stop believing he's skeptical and think he's working for the fucking cabal. Because this is bullshit now. We're in a critical time. We ain't got time for this bullshit where he's saying he'll discrediting Corey Good, discrediting William Thompson. We need to fucking unify. He becoming an issue now. So he need to look at this fucking book. So if y'all friends with Richard Dolan on his YouTube channel, you need to put this book and say you need to look at this fucking book. And you need to say in the comment sections that if he's not looking at this book, then you must be working with the fucking cabal. You know? Or do I gotta go up there and do that? Because I'm about tired of this bullshit. I mean, he supposed to look at documentary evidence, but he don't want to look at the documents of William Thompson that Michael Sala got. So I'm gonna start thinking he working for the fucking cabal. And he's an agent. He's another agent. You know, I heard about Stanton Friedman being one too. Because he don't want to look at this other, the secret space program either. So I'm being suspicious of all of them. Because Corey Good said that a lot of the UFO community been manipulated and infiltrated. And he's supposedly was told by the U.S. Air Force Secret Space Program, basically commander, this Sitman guy, who was a high-level person in the U.S. Air Force Secret Space Program. So he said the UFO community been infiltrated. And I've been hearing for years that people have been speculation that Stanton Friedman was a CIA, working with CIA. So now I'm going to start thinking that he probably is working with CIA if he's not taking this stuff serious. If we keep refusing to take the secret space program serious, and also Richard Dolan keep refusing to take the secret space program serious, I'm going to start thinking they fucking agents. And I'm going to expose those motherfuckers. So anybody, you know, who see, like when I put this, of course, on Facebook or whatever, or people on YouTube, come and look up this later, you friends with Richard Dolan, you need to tell him he need to go look at that book. And let me put the book right in here again. The U.S. Navy Secret Space Program and Northern Extraterrestrial Alliance. Michael E. Sala, PhD. Since he always think the people in PhD is credible, well, he got a PhD. And he need to look at this fucking book and read it. And stop sitting here trying to discredit Corey Good, William Thompson testimony when he not even fucking looking at the evidence because he acting like the fucking debunkers that he don't pose to like. And I'm gonna start thinking he working for the fucking CIA and the cabal when he keep trying to discredit Corey Good and William Thompson, because I'm sick of hearing this bullshit. He supposed to be so intellectual and stuff, but he don't want to talk about this when we got documentary evidence for William Thompson. He don't even want to look at it and change his mind. I mean, for a long time, he was sitting there, you know, believing the whole Fisher 9/11 story with the whole, well, not the official one. He was believing the demolition thing. He didn't take Judy Wood seriously. Then he started taking Judy Wood seriously. That took him a long time. It took a couple of years for him to start taking Judy Wood testimony seriously because he was believing the whole demolition shit. So now he need to start taking Corey Good and William Thompson serious, or he become an impediment to disclosure. Shit. He become an impediment for disclosure. And I'm gonna start thinking he's a fucking agent. And he working for the cabal. Because he got this following and he disinforming them with bullshit. How he trying to discredit Corey Good and the secret space programs and Navy secret. He talk about the breakaway civilization, but he don't want to believe when he talk about the Navy secret space program. He don't want to believe it. The fuck? I'm gonna think he's a fucking agent and he working for the enemy. Fuck that. He not gonna keep doing this shit and not gonna get chastised for, criticized for it. So like I said, Don't let me have to go on his fucking thing that he blocked me on fucking comment or whatever. Cause I go on his fucking goddamn page and say, look, you need to look at this book. And I'm gonna start thinking you working for the fucking CIA, and I'm gonna start a whole fucking goddamn war against him. When people look at that and say, yeah, why you not looking at this? He got documentary evidence in here. Cause this is bullshit now. He need to pick a side. He need to understand we're in the ET disclosure war. This ain't about no fucking UFOs from Roswell being kept, and they really ain't got that much technology. We got breakaway civilization, but they ain't really got that high advanced technology. No, they got high advanced technology. This ain't about no fucking Roswell no more. There's war going on. There's a war with these reptilians. He needs to start taking the reptilians seriously. Or I'm gonna start thinking he working for the enemy. So fuck that. Like I said, I'm not Jordan Sather, so I ain't got no fucking public following and all that. I'm not in the media. I ain't been on Comedy Central and stuff. I ain't got no public, you know, presence. But like I said, I'm telling you right now, if Richard Dolan don't start taking this book seriously, he don't look at this fucking book and he still criticized William Thompson and Corey Good, that I'm gonna start considering him an agent for the CIA. Cause this is unacceptable. He, for one, very intellectual as he is, he should be taking documents, because that's what he's been using in a lot of his lectures. Documents, military documents, intelligent documents for UFOs. Why the fuck you won't look at these documents? This man is real. He's legit. He was really in the fucking Navy and these aerospace company. I'm sick of him sitting here trying to discredit him. And he ain't here to defend himself because they murdered him probably. The cabal murdered him. Yeah, his situation might be like Stephen Greer, who was just getting, he was getting information from the Air Force Secret Space Program. And now we know, since Emory Smith came forward, that a lot of the information that Stephen Greer was getting was coming from Emory Smith. And Emory Smith was in the Air Force Secret Space Program. So with Stephen Greer was limited. That's why he was trying to discredit Corey Good, because he was getting his information from the Air Force Secret Space Program, whose job was to discredit Corey Good. So, because they want to discredit the Navy Secret Space Program. But like I said, Richard Dolan needs to start taking this serious or pick a side, because he helping the enemy out by his impediment when he joining the crowd trying to criticize Corey Good. Now, I didn't look at that when he came on Jimmy Church, but I heard he criticized Corey Good again. That's unacceptable. He's helping the enemy out. And this is a fucking war. And if he gonna say help the enemy out, then he's the enemy. Shit, I'm not playing. If I'm the only one out here, I'm not fucking playing. This is a fucking war. You know, Jordan, say to be careful trying to attack people, but I'm going to attack people because they need to be attacked. This is a fucking war. If he ain't fucking trying to look in this book, then he needs to shut the fuck up about William Thompson, whatever, you know, trying to discredit Corey Good, because he need to look at the fucking goddamn testimony and look at the documents for for William Thompson in here, in this book. You know, he need to look at that in this book right here. You know, y'all can take a screenshot and message him. I think you can do messages on YouTube now. I think they brought it back. Message him this. Read this fucking book before you criticize Corey Good and especially William Thompson again. Or shut the fuck up. Because you sitting here causing problems in the fucking disclosure movement. And helping the fucking cabal out. That he don't even fucking believe in. He's so lost. He don't even believe there's a cabal that's actually trying to, you know, wipe out humanity. And because he be talking about the fucking singularity, and that's an AI thing. And that's a problem. He talking like it ain't no big deal. That's the fucking Archon problem. You know, Archon agenda. To enslave us. Spiritually. So he need to shut the fuck up. If he not gonna look at the fucking book. Because he just helping the enemy out. He need to really shut the fuck up. Because I ain't playing. I'll take this war seriously. He's saying he'll be an impediment. We already got infighting happening in the disclosure, which is critical for humanity. And he's saying it happening along. Happening division along. By attacking Corey Good and William Thompson, he's not even looking at the fucking data. So shut the fuck up. Shit. Getting sick of hearing that shit. Shut the fuck up if you're not gonna look at the information, because you acting just like the debunkers that you complained about. If you're not gonna look at the fucking information, shut the fuck up, because all you're doing is helping the enemy. And we're in a critical time now. We need to unify, not be fighting each other. He should be unifying with Corey Good and them, and not be fighting them and being skeptical and over skeptical, because he acting like the fucking debunkers that was criticizing him when we knew about is Roswell and all these military sightings and all this shit that he talked about in his books about the national security state. So he need to shut the fuck up if he not gonna sit here and contribute to helping disclosure. If he gonna be an impediment, just need to shut the fuck up then. Stop criticizing Corey Good and stop criticizing William Thompson, who not even here to defend himself. That's unfucking acceptable. Period. Unacceptable. You helping the enemy out. Okay, I'm about to get off of here. But like I said, I'm about to go upload this on Facebook. And my friends, you go share this in all your groups you're in. Understand, since the Democratic cabal, because I'm going to start calling them now, since they're actively, boldly trying to steal this fucking election, steal the Senate back, steal a couple of more House seats. Understand that they digging in deep, tightly now, that they about to guard the hill, that this territory that they got control over. They're trying to guard it, and they gonna set up defenses and gun turrets and stuff. Anybody try to come near them get shot. Just understand that they are setting up shop. They about to make their final stand. It looks like, because this lecture fraud, when this get exposed, gonna destroy the Democratic Party, gonna expose the cabal. All this they doing, look what they doing. In several states, they trying to say these lectures are damn coming close. And they got the media backing them 100%. How outrageous this is. Come on. They going all for it now. If this don't succeed, they're fucked, because they're going to be totally exposed. When the Democrat Party gets destroyed, that's when the cabal going to spill out. Because they're all connected. So understand that they in severe desperate mode now. And Monday coming up, they're going to try some more school shootings probably. And if they might try to do some more shootings over the weekend before the schools start again. But definitely. And I advise y'all, when Monday come up, you know, let's assume that, because you got the 11 coming up, I don't know if anything going to happen between now and Sunday. But if nothing don't happen, then, like I said, I advise you that they might try some real shootings in the schools on Monday. They might actually kill children. So it'd be advisable, if you feel that way, don't let your kids go to school on Monday, because they probably try some real shooting. But because they desperate, they severely desperate, they in severe panic mode. The archons is severe panic. The whole damn matrix control system is in severe panic mode now. So you gotta be on your P's and Q's. You gotta be on alert. You gotta be vigilant, because they are really making a final stand. It looks like they're making a final stand. With all this election fraud they doing, they're gonna really be destroyed when this get exposed. So it look like they're making a final stand. So you gotta be prepared for any, violence they might try to do, because they're fucked, and they know it. They are fucked completely, and they know it. That's why they're actively trying to steal the election back, and they got the media 100% back now, because the media know they fucked. The way Trump got rid of Jim Acosta, and the people don't give a fuck about Jim Acosta. They actually don't give a fuck. They making memes to ridicule him. They know they fucked. Their ratings are going in the tank. They're fucked. People are starting to believe. A lot more people are starting to believe they are the enemy of the people. So they're fucked. And so now they going all out to protect this final push with this election fraud thing they doing. And when this get exposed, they're going to be totally fucked, and the cabal going to be totally exposed. So understand that. So y'all have a good night. And I'll see y'all when I see you.